You have to be like a child. In the sense, that's a funny statement, but in the sense that as children grow up, they're not taught to lie. They're not taught to say bad things. They're not taught to do bad things. You learn that as you grow up. So when you're a child, when you see a kid, they always tell the truth, even if it hurts someone's feelings. They always say different things, even if it's gonna be worse for somebody else, because they know that that thing that they're saying is their perception of what the reality is. And even if the other person gets mad, gets corrected, or gets checked, they still hold their ground because they don't know any better. They're just saying their reality. Now, as an adult, obviously, you have to have manners and respect. I'm not saying go out there and insult people based off of their defects. But when you're in life, do you want people to tell you what they actually think of you? Do you want people telling you what they actually think your problems are? Or do you want people telling you like the things that you want to hear and basically kiss your butt because you're a sensitive person? In life, or at least as men, we have to be able to take criticism and then turn it into a response that's effective. Even if you get insulted, you have to be able to understand that the other person to say that insult had to say something which they perceive to be true. So if you get offended when someone tells you something that they believe is true and was not supposed to offend you, then that means you have to do self-reflecting and you have to grow as a person because of your maturity. Of course, there will be situations where people will disrespect you, or people will talk bad about you, and where people will do things that just blatantly go against moral codes that we have set today. But when you look at life as a whole, you need to understand that even though sometimes it might hurt, the truth will always hurt, and it will always lead you to better results. If someone tells you the truth 100% of the time, a lot of the people don't like friends which are like that. But the reason why is because the truth hurts. Now, there's a difference between truth and being an a-hole, because when you tell the truth, it is telling your perception of reality in a way where another person can understand that, perceive it, and use it. If you're saying the truth in situations where it doesn't matter what you think, or where it doesn't have an opinion that is helpful, constructive, or that is not correct in the appropriate situation, then at that point it is correct to maybe hold your opinions. But when you have friends, when you have people in your life, and when you have things that you care about and people which you cherish, you need to be able to speak the truth without hurting people and without lying to them in their faces, as so many people do. The reason why is because the truth is the thing that will prove to be true 100% of the time. Even if a person thinks that they're right when they're wrong, eventually, even if it's time, if it's somebody, if it's an experience, if it's something that they lived through, they will see that what they believed was wrong. And if they never do, then that is ignorance. And the last thing you want to be is an ignorant person, because if you know your truth and if you analyze your situation, you could get so much farther in life by just being real with yourself. A lot of people are not real with themselves because a lot of people first lie to others about themselves because that's what they believe about themselves, while everyone else understands that what they believe about themselves is purely wrong. So in life, what you have to do is be able to be honest with yourself first. Because if you're honest with yourself, if you could see your wrongs, if you could see your rights, then you can work on them, become a better person, and then put that into action. So when people see that you're an honest, good person, when you tell them honest, good things, even if it hurts, they will understand that it comes from a place of good desire. So please, if you're looking at your life and you're thinking to yourself, how am I gonna get better? How am I gonna progress? The first thing you have to do is be honest. Not with everybody else, but with yourself. Because if you're not honest with yourself first, then you're gonna lie to yourself. And if you lie to yourself, you're gonna teach your brain to lie to yourself and others about you. And at the end of the day, that will cause no growth, that will cause no progression, and that will cause you to live a sad life where you're just reinforcing these beliefs about yourself of, hey, I'm this, I'm that, I'm this, I'm that, just because you want to be, when you could tell yourself, I know I'm not this, I know I'm not that, I know I'm not anything, but I will work until I am what I want to be. At the end of the day, obviously, it is about keeping a balance, because there's a lot of people and there's a lot of delusions which can go a long way. Everyone is delusional to some point. Me posting videos every day is kind of a delusion, because eventually I want to foster a fan base that is big enough to the point where I can obviously turn this into something else. Maybe do what I want, maybe do different things. So I am delusional by posting every day, but that delusion is leading to something that I want, or a desire, or a goal that I have. So if your delusions are not feeding into your success, then your delusions are feeding into your failure, because you cannot tell yourself the truth.